Hi, welcome to my family life with Dr. Chick. I hope you're enjoying your family and your day is going on well. Happy married life if you're married. If you're single and still searching, I wish you happy searching. Search what you find. Thank you very much for taking your time to view my video. Like the video. Let someone get to know about my YouTube channel from you. Okay, drop a comment if you have any. Thank you very much once again. Today, I'll be talking to you on parents, teach your children native language. Mothers, teach your children native language. Fathers, teach your children native language. It's very important for our children to be learning our native dialects along with English language, okay? It's not good to train your children with English language without them knowing their native language or their dialect. Parents speak English language to their children, which is not bad. I'm not saying that it's bad. But we should know that we need to protect our identity, we need to protect our culture by letting our children know how to speak our native languages and also bear our native names. It's very, very important. In our society today, our children are being trained in English language, which is not bad. I'm not condemning that, okay? But we need to train our children in our native language along with English language. In as much they speak English in school, speak English in church, speak English wherever they go, it's also important that they identify themselves in our native languages, okay? They speak our native languages because it's a proof of who they are. In our society today, English language is almost dominating everywhere in our society. But that's not bad because English country colonized us, okay? So we are speaking English because we are colonized by English people. But that is not the reason why we should train our children with English without letting them know how to speak our native language. The reason why we should teach our children our languages is because it is a proof of identity. It's a proof of where they are coming from. When our children speak our native language and grow up with it, it will be lovely, okay? It will help us to be able to have a proof of identity, okay? Number two is a proof of culture, that they are from so place and so place. If you're a Yoruba person, teach your children Yoruba. If you're Igbo, teach your children Igbo. If you're an Hausa, teach your children Hausa, okay? Whichever tribe you come from, whether from Nigeria or outside Nigeria, but make sure that you are training your children with native language along with English language. It's not good that our children don't understand native language, and you find that in our society today that most adults that have grown up don't even know how to speak their native languages, and it's not good. Number two is a proof of culture and tradition, meaning that our children need to know our culture and our tradition. In the world of today, you hardly see people that can tell you what happened in their culture or what happened in their tradition, or who can even explain the history of their culture or the history of their tradition. And this has been going on, taking over the society, the civilization and the mobilization. They are not bad. Well, we need to civilize our children with our languages as well. We don't need to take our language as if they are local languages or maybe they are primitive. No, we are created with our languages, meaning this is who we are. This is our identity. This is who God have called us to be. This is where we come from. I've been in Lagos for some time now, and I have asked over 50 guys that I've seen here in Lagos during conversation or one thing or the other. Where did they come from? They said they are from so place and so place. When last did you visit your hometown? When last did you visit your hometown? They said either they've never been to their hometown for one reason or the other, or they've not been there for 15 to 20 years, or they prefer going to their mother's village than their father's village, or they don't have money to travel during festive period. They have one reason or the other why they have not been to their villages, why they have not visited their people, why they are not even, some of them are not even interested to visit home, okay? And it's very bad. They don't even know their native dialect, how to speak their native dialect. They don't know anything about their family trees. They don't know anything about their family culture. They all live in Lagos, live in the town, and forget that they are coming from somewhere. We should not forget that we have culture to protect, okay? So we need to tell our children about our culture. We need to tell them about their identity, where they are coming from, by giving them native names, by speaking native languages to them, wearing them native attires, taking them to the village, let them get to know where they come from, who they are, their identity, what their culture is all about. Okay, it's not good that we neglect our culture. It's not good that we look down our culture because we feel that we are Nigerians, we are local people, or we are Ghanaians, or we are Cameroonians, and or we are Africans. We are not proud of our culture, we are not proud of our tradition. That would be very harmful. Okay, it's not good for us to do that, because when we train our children with English language, or make our languages look as if they are primitive, or they are local. Of course they are local, but local in the sense of international standard. Okay, but that doesn't mean that we should neglect or reject our languages. Like Yoruba people always speak Yoruba wherever they are, whether they're in London, whether they're in America, whether they're in China, they always speak Yoruba language. The same thing goes to Hausa people. The Igbo people have started speaking Igbo language in the foreign land. More often, Igbo people speak English wherever they are more than Igbo language. Okay, and you will see an Igbo person communicating to an Igbo person in English language, and it's not right. When you are in a foreign land, you're supposed to identify yourself with your language. Okay, even when you are in your hometown, you're supposed to speak your language to your people. It makes no sense of you, okay, speaking English language when you see your Igbo person. Speak Igbo. Train your children with Igbo language. Okay, train your children with your language. Let your children get to know your language. They speak English language, you clap for them, they do well. But at the same time, let them understand how to speak their native language is very important. It's a proof of security for posterity. Okay, it's very, very important when your children speak your native dialect. It's also a proof of unity and harmony, okay, in the community, in the society, among the people. It shows that you are from this place. You prove that you are from this place, even without you arguing about it, or saying about it, or trying to go a long way to explain yourself or to explain who you are. It accords respect to that individual when you speak your language. It gives early identification for acknowledgement, recognition, and recommendation when you speak your native dialect. Okay, do not forget that our children need to bear our native name. Chika, Ada, Fumi, Kunle, Musa, Adamu. Please let us give our children native names. It's very important if we do that. Okay, teach your children how to spell and write native dialects, how to speak and write them as they are growing up. Train your children to wear native dresses. Okay, it's very important. I love the way Akara materials has been going on. So I love the way we patronize our Accra materials in the market and the tellers, and we are carrying it on in a very lovely way, even our traditional marriages. But at the same time, let us also teach our children how to make local food, local soup, local swallow is very important. It will help us to retain our culture and to retain our identity. Okay, let our children get to know all this as they are growing up. This is our identity, this is our culture, this is our tradition, this is us. Okay, we are not running away from who we are. This is who God has made us to be. I want you to be proud of yourself. I want you to be proud of your identity, be proud of your language, be proud of your culture, be proud of yourself, be proud of your ancestral. Okay, that is where God wants us to be, and that is where we are. All right, I hope I've said something to you and you work on what I've said. Teach your children how to make local soup. It's very, very important. And how to make swallow. I want us to retain and maintain and remain in our culture. I want you to celebrate your culture. I want you to understand that culture is the beauty of nature. So I hope you are going to run with what I've said to you, and you are going to make your family a better place to be from today in a cultural way. Drop your comments for me if you have anything to say about this topic, because the topic concerns you. It concerns our children. I want you to say something. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't. I want you to share this video so that our people in other continents will get to know what I just said and put it in practice. All right, thank you very much for taking your time to view my video. I appreciate you so much. Okay, bye. I love you.